All right, what's up, everyone? Back for another video. Hopefully you watch the engine going in. Check it out up there. What I want to do is to start neatening up this interior a little bit because the interior is a complete mess. So the only thing I did so far, I just pulled the wires completely out. I mean, they were just bunched up in there, and I took the passenger seat out, which is right there. So I might try to throw the heater, the whole heater core back in. My original plan was to put the fuse box and ECU like up here somewhere. The bash bar, not the bash bar, but that support bar would be across here, and it would be up there making a support. But I was planning on cutting the top of the dashboard open, making like a little hatch so I could access it. But I don't know. The more I've been thinking about it with cutting the dashboard open, the less I want to do it, because with the whole 240 thing like this, a clean dashboard is kind of hard to come by. And if we notice, I have 0 cracks on it. All I have is really that sticker, and just had to, I think all I had to do was repair the glove box, which actually my wife did for me because it was annoying her, because that's her side of the car. So I might actually just make either some sort of bracket in the glove box or underneath the dash. So I'm gonna try to start getting this stuff, start getting it cleaned up in here a little bit. I gotta do the fuel pump at some point, so I'm probably gonna I'm probably gonna remove the whole rear seats of the car. And I wanna move my battery cable from underneath the car to inside the car. So I probably don't have to take the driver's side off, but I'm gonna leave that in for now and just work passenger side and try to neaten it up. I might try to run the harness neat. We'll see. Let's see where we get. Before I throw the seat back in, I might have to re-tap out one of these bolts for that holds in the seat. If you see, I put big ass bolts in the front because those, one of them, I think this one was definitely stripped and that was on his way to be stripping. This one's not looking too good. Doesn't really want to thread in that good, so. It's a little tight going in. I might leave it. We'll see how it is when I go back. If it wants to be a pain in the ass going back, I'll drill it out and tap it just larger, and we'll be good with that. I got I don't know if you can see, the heater cores back in. Now it's time to mess with this. I got the bar somewhere, it's over there. Could throw that in real quick and then re-support this. Then I got to figure out where all these plugs go, because there's a million. I believe these are for the gauge cluster. Oh, I got plug here, that goes back into this. This is the fuse panel that was in this region. Let me throw this thing back in, and then we'll start looking around more, I guess. I know I'm gonna have to extend my headlight wires now that my fuse box is gonna be in the car. Hopefully that's the only thing I have to extend. Well, I'm gonna have to extend the radiator fan wires also, but that's when I go to install that. Alright, so get some light here. I think I'm gonna call it there for today. Got a decent amount of work done. So actually it wasn't that much work, but it actually looks like a lot because it neatened everything up. So it's still not 100%. I'm sitting in the rear seat. It's deleted for the moment. Heater core is back in. This bar is back in. The support thing for the steering column is back in. put those fuses, the little fuse panel, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, that thing's back in and tight in place. I just got to deal with the wiring harness, which comes out there right now, and then back out the car. That's one of those things that I'll get to fixing. I'll get to making neat. I don't want to get too deep today because I just don't feel like it. So update now, where we are at. Still a lot of work to go. Let's look over here. The only thing I did in here, I just put the sensors on for the coolant, and everything's the same as it was. Ooh, watch out. I don't remember if I mentioned it in the other video, but I ordered an exhaust gasket. They gave me the wrong one, so I ordered a new one. That one came in. I now have a Tomei gasket. It's still the multi-layer steel one. I can put the exhaust manifold on and bolt the turbo down, clock it, but I still have to do a couple lines over here. I'm waiting on a fitting from, apparently, I didn't know at the time, but I ordered it from New Zealand and shipping economy, so it's gonna take a little while. It is a fitting for, I have it taped up at the moment, but this oil return, that was the normal just turbo oil return. So now I'm throwing in a fitting to convert it to AN, and then I have a Y, and you're gonna go head drain into that and then turbo drain into that. Press in AN fittings. Those came also. Those are in. I'm waiting till like towards the end because it's not a rush to to find a spot for the catch can. And gotta do injectors still, fuel rail, a lot of stuff to do. I'm gonna try to make a list. So I made myself a list. I left myself some blanks here just in case I remember as I'm going, but I mean, a lot of them we could hammer out, not too bad. But let's see. Gotta do the fuel pump, wiring it to a switch. I mean, that kind of goes with the switch panel here, but switch relay, fuel lines, I'm cutting them back a little bit and then going braided. So with the fuel pressure regulator, fuel injectors, all that goodness, wiring harness in the motor. You see brake lines, I gotta redo the brake lines. Bunch of this stuff I should be able to crank out when I get all the stuff ready and going. Stuff like extend the headlight wires, I don't necessarily have to do that to get the car running. Engine oil, trans oil, I definitely have to do those. Got to torque the crank bolt. I didn't torque that down. Left myself a couple reminders. Torque the crank bolt, torque the crank bolt. That I'm gonna wait till I have my brake lines done so I could put it in gear, someone could step on the brake and I could crank it nice and tight. What else is there to do here? I actually thought of something while I was talking and now I totally forgot. Oh, oil cooler. Let me add that to the list. So I figured I would just throw it all on the windshield on pieces of tape so it would easy to just peel them off when you know one's done. So gonna call it for a day. Thanks for joining me. Putting the interior back together a little bit. We're getting there, slowly but surely. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe, and join me again.